Sean Ingram is an author, motivational speaker, and founder of the Sean Ingram Academy, where his mission and ministry is to transform juvenile delinquents into productive citizens by engaging, enlightening, and elevating them from their present struggles to their future success. Sean's testimonial journey from poverty to prison to prosperity has inspired many to survive their struggle, persevere their process, and become their beliefs. Sean is truly the epitome of pain and perseverance, and the in-flesh definition of faith and deliverance. Sean Ingram, the man, the mission, the ministry.
What's good? What's good, my good people? This is your good brother, Sean Ingram. Listen, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to have my good brother on today, Behind the Business with Mr. Shang Forbes, BET comedian, HBO Def Comedy Jam comedian. I mean, you name it. And actually, he got a special out right now, right? Right now on Amazon Prime, Shang is Shang. Matter of fact, let me just show you the trailer of it right fast. So let's just jump into his trailer right fast, and then we're gonna bring my man on. So I'm giving y'all some time to come on, but trust and believe, you don't want to miss this show. So if you know anybody in the entertainment industry that's especially comedy, make sure they tuning in right now, man, because we're gonna go behind the business. We're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna talk about the ups, the downs, the great times, the failures. I mean, you talking about it. So a lot of people don't know. You know, everybody think business is always good. I had a guy tell me one time, he asked me, he said, Sean, you know, what kind of business can I start that I don't really have to work? I said, well, if that's your mindset, you don't even want to be in business, bro. Like, for real, you're going to go broke real fast, because when you get in business for yourself, most people think because you work your 40 hours, trust me, when you're in business for yourself, you can go on triple that 40 automatically for the stuff that you actually got to do. So that's what this show is all about, teaching y'all, telling y'all, really getting you acclimated what's behind the business. So let me go into this this trailer right fast, and trust and believe, you don't want to miss this show. So tell every friend you got right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? New York, make some noise! You think that women who are pregnant, if they use a vibrator, do you think their kids come out stuttering? All right, think about that. Whatever, man. I like your music. I just don't like you. But now they say
Shang is Shangri, live in New York City. Available in retail stores June 1st, 2017, such as Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and FYE. Pick up your copy June 1st, 2017. Shang is Shangri, live in New York City.
So without further ado, man, let me bring my main man on so we can go and get this thing started, y'all.
Hey, what's up,
man?
What up?
What up? What's up, my moon cricket?
Okay, here we go. Starting trouble already. Listen,
hey.
You put the wrong promo on. That was the wrong promo.
That was the wrong. Oh,
that was the one to do bootleg it from me. The one you just said, because it's not available all those places. It's only available on Amazon Prime. There was a distribution company that tried to take our stuff. That's not the one. It's the one. The one I sent you is the one it is, not that one. But aside from that, y'all will watch it on Amazon Prime. It's just Amazon Prime 2021. 2021, not that one. But hey, things happen. God, what we gonna do?
Hey,
you know what's cool? What's cool about you is
talking about right now.
Exactly. You know what's cool with you? I used to do a thing called Zulu Rising, where I would go to juvie centers and I would show people. I would show young brothers. Mostly brothers. I never did the women one, but I would go to juvie centers and show them there's options to not be in the system. And I would show them a picture of me at the Oscars, and then I would show them a picture of me in juvie. And I say, you can go from this to this
real fast.
Yeah. Easy. And so I mean, and I would clown them and say, you want to be in here with a bunch of hard legs, you want to be out there with some breasts and some nipples. And I mean breasts. I don't mean man nipples. I mean women nipples. That's very important. Yeah. So And then they would laugh, but I would be like, yeah, we used to do a thing called Zulu Rising. I used to have some rappers come in. I tried to get businessmen to come in, but they didn't respond to them too well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they didn't even listen to them. Yeah, they wouldn't even listen to them.
Man. So like I said, this show is behind the business, man. We just want to go in. I know me and you had some conversations even about your comedy special, you know, like you said a little bit earlier. So you said comedy is special. And I want you to just kind of go in, you said comedy is different actually. So I kind of want you to go in, you know, what you mean by that and just kind of your experience in the comedy world for all these years. First of all, how long you been doing this, man? I know I met you 20 years ago.
27.
Wow.
27
years.
I'm old as hell. So yeah, I said it. Yeah, old as hell. Old mother. But no, the reason I said it's different, see, with music, you can release a single. You can't release a single with comedy. What you gonna play one joke? So it's more difficult to release the album. Also with specials, unless you wanted the big boys like Chappelle or Kevin Hart, you might not get the same push. Luckily, ours is doing well from the standpoint of, you know, we're at a 99% CER rate, which is a customer engagement ratio. And so I think that what helped us was Coming to America being released right after us. And so people were like, you know how they say, if you watch this, watch this. So that's how our numbers went really, really high. So, and we got my goal is 1 million people. So all you people out there, I need 1 million people to watch it on Amazon Prime. And if you do, I will send you a photo of money. Now I ain't gonna actually send money. I'm gonna send you a photo of $100.
No doubt.
In your inbox on the gram. Mine is @comedian Shang. So I will send you a picture of $100 bill. Who do that for you? Yeah. So yeah.
For real. So let's talk about this special, man. Like, let's go behind the scenes of the special. You know, like I said, I know we got a lot of comedians out there or that's, you know, in the field or coming up into the field. Tell them what's really, you know, I was telling a friend not long ago, I said, you know, just because you see it on TV don't mean that's all that it is. You don't know the behind the workings of what you might see on TV, right? The production of it, the putting it together. I mean, especially people like us that's in control of everything. You know, I know for you too, a lot of it come out of your own pocket. So
a lot of it, a whole lot of it.
So
in fact, I ain't gonna make no money. Ain't gonna make no money yet.
Yeah, so talk about those different levels as you are the comedian, but then you are also the creative genius and the financier of your own projects.
Well, no, I mean, in my situation, because we did a much bigger venue, if we would have done a smaller venue, I could have financed it all myself. But we did 2 shows, 2,500 people a show. So it was a big venue. And, you know, that's 5,000 people in one night trying to get them into a room in the middle of winter. So, so I did have investors. I did have, you know, people that helped me. I can't act like it was just me. But the editing of it was myself and a brother named Nazi Islam. Me and him edited it. And we picked the second show. We taped 2 shows, and the second show was a stronger set. The first one was strong, but the second one, there was a lot of jokes that popped more. So we used that. I got everybody together. So I basically got the investors together, Adam Wasserman, Dave Goldberg from the show Gotham Live. He saw me do a set. He said, man, we want to be in business with you. And I said, it just so happens I'm going to shoot a special. So that's how we got it started. But the behind the scenes, and you got to pay the crew, and using my credit card till the last little bit was squeezed out of it. And then I had to strip at old folks' homes and get the extra money. Yeah, you know, I mean, old people don't tip as well. They don't know they're giving you $100 when they think it's 10. So I was stripping at old folks' home. I was sex trafficking. Nah, I ain't do that. No, look at it. I bet you people are like, what? You did what?
What?
No, Yeah. No. So, but no, it was. It took a while, and then COVID messed things up because I was going to release it last year, so it was a year late. A year late of being released. So, but we got it out there, and so far so good. We're getting a lot of views, and we're getting really positive response. Now, if y'all watch the special, make sure you rate it and review it, because that's how you move up in the algorithm. You don't, people don't realize that's how you get rated by Amazon Prime or any other online platforms. So you have to rate it and review it. It's very important. Very important.
No doubt. Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people don't understand, like you said, really, search engine optimizations, how it gets the traffic that it needs. So, we want to really educate people also. So if you're watching right now, if you got a question for my man, Shang, make sure that you ask your question right now, because maybe he got some, like he said, he's been doing this 27 years, y'all. And I promise you, trust and believe, I promise you, as an entertainer right now, there's not a lot of people that can start it and still be going right now and still be relevant right now without that hard work and that determination. That's a dream for some, but it's a real grind, right? And you know what I mean? So make sure that you take advantage of this interview right now, while we got them on, you know what I mean? Like you said, because,
the main thing I would say to people is, like, obviously social media is a beast mode. That's the main thing. Making sure your social media is on point. And that's one of the things I had to work on, really. Social media, keeping in touch with, like, I have an email list of almost 2 million people. And I started collecting that 9 years ago. And where I would actually come off stage and I'd have a list and I'd say, if you enjoyed my show, sign up on my email list. And the thing is, a lot of people don't realize the email is the center of all social media. You can't sign up on Twitter. You can't sign up on Instagram. You can't sign up on Facebook without an email. So emails will always be relevant. If you think about it, MySpace was big before. And it faltered, but you know what, it will never falter? Emails. Because emails, you start everything else. So I collected the emails because I know grown folks that spend money have a tendency to check their email and to use their email. So I started collecting them, and it started building. Also, when I would do a TV show, when I would put my name down there, I would make sure that I'd put my website and I'd put sign up. And people go to my website, sign up, I get their email, and I would separate it by city so I could let people know when I come to their city, I would send them a direct email to them. And people appreciated that. So a lot of you young comics out there, the main thing is, there's some dudes smoking me on that, not with emails, but smoking me on the social media because they do all kind of wild stuff, dress up in dresses and do whatever. That I'm too old for that too. That ain't my style, and it wouldn't fit my style of comedy. But it's working for a lot of cats. Yeah.
How like that's a good question. I have a question for you about that. How hard was it to transition from, more in person, personally building and retaining relationships to now the new age of social media? Honestly, I think a lot of it happened when I went to prison, right? So when I came back from prison, it was just a whole new way of talking to people. I feel like people wasn't as engaged to talk to you directly, but now I feel like people don't read as much either. So how has it been for you this transition?
Being a fellow person that was on a forced vacation from the government, I just put it that way. Because I was a wild boy, and you know how people say, "Well, it's everybody else's fault." No, you know where you go. No, nigga, it was you. It was you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah. Who's a 6'2" light skinned dude with the dreads? I know it was him, and it was. But I think that the main thing for me was making sure I stayed in touch with my fans, the people that actually said, "I like you. I think you're funny." I did that as much as I could. I had a lot of personal shit I had to work on, but I mean, basically that was my main thing. And people don't read, so that's why I double up on stuff. One thing is, when you're promoting, you got to think about it this way. McDonald's advertises every day. Who don't know McDonald's?
That's right.
Everybody know McDonald's, but I bet you they'll let you know when that McRib come out.
That's
I bet
right.
you they let you know that we got a new chicken sandwich because they
That's
know
right.
that they know Popeye put their foot in their ass with the chicken sandwich. So they said, okay, we're gonna do one too. So you got to look at it from the perspective of this, you know.
And the commercial don't run one time a day, right?
It over and over again. McDonald's is all up in your grill all the time. And so that's what you got to think about in your art. Or if you're an actor, that's why actors go worldwide and do promo tours. Yeah, my movie's coming out. My movie's coming out. You can't say it enough. And so that's what I feel like with the special, even though it's only been a month and change that it's been out, I can't promote it enough. Because every day I get somebody, oh, you got a special out? Because they're live. People are filled with their life and doing a bunch of shit, and they got stuff they working on, so they ain't worried about. But you remind them, and like even today I was promoting, and somebody said on Instagram, I hit them in the inbox, they're like, I was looking for something to watch tonight.
Yeah.
Bam, got them. So,
yeah.
I mean, that was my main thing, is making sure that, you know, I stay on it. And I suggest that to anybody that got something popping. But Amazon's worldwide, which is nice. And it was just released. My special was just released in the UK a week ago. And then we're going to be all over Europe, and then Africa, and then Canada. So because I wasn't big enough to be released everywhere, they just released me in the States. And then once they saw the numbers in the States, they go, oh, well, we can go to England.
Yeah.
So I didn't have it like everybody else. I had to show and prove.
That's right.
And I did, God damn it.
Now that's all that matters.
Yeah. And and I want to say something to my ex. If you'd have just hung in there a little bit longer for me, you'd have seen. So kiss my ass, ex.
You've been there.
You've been there. I got your back. I'm gonna wait for you. Shang. I got you. Yeah. Okay. Well, now we see what's going on. Yeah. Hope you fall down some steps. But aside from that, like, now people go, is this really behind the business? But you know, I mean, I think that also I was so buck wild, like I would get fired from stuff because I had a lot of hard knock dudes I hung out with. Like, I mean, hard knock. And so they would come with me, and they was wild. So stuff would pop off, and then of course they blame me, like you the one to keep bringing them to the club. So I learned business wise, I can't really kick it with them at tapings. I was going to Apollo. My friends was gonna put Steve Harvey's mouth on the curb and stomp him out. So and I was like, man, will you just let me tape this show first, then do it later when I'm not around? Right. But they was like, yo, dude, he's acting like a dude's kind of acting like a bitch. We might have to run up on him, like literally. And he wasn't acting like that with me. He was real rude to somebody, a fan, and they saw that. And to me, my friends is like, yo,
they saw
that's some yogurty.
Yeah.
That's some yogurty fruit at the bottom, you know, bitch shit. And then they wanted to stomp him out. So I had to learn like how selectively what things to invite my friends to. You know what I'm saying? So I did learn that.
So I want to transition to that actually. So I know Jay-Z said it a long time when he was talking to Benny Siegel. That's one trying to change you, just give you the game of how to transform from the streets to the fame, right? Like you said, you know, so you got the same story that I have. How hard was it to help change your mindset to say, you know what, I used to do or be everywhere that I used to be? How hard was it, or what was that process like for you?
It was hard because that's my people. You know what I mean? Those is my people. But old school comics schooled me. Like the grown ass men schooled me. Because I was high yellow, I was always ready to fight. I think that's part of it. I know this sounds goofy, but like, really? Because they'd be thinking light-skinned dudes are soft. They'd be thinking you like yogurt or something, you're yogurty. And so I'd be like, yo, man, wait till I get off this stage. I'm going to stomp your face. I'm gonna stab you in the forehead with a fork.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So, so, but you can't. And then all of a sudden, I was surprised I didn't get booked back at the club. Really? Like the club owner's like, yeah, man, we need to hire that. We need to hire the dude to stab people in the forehead with a fork. Of course. And it was a comic, Ronaldo Ray. I don't know if you know who Ronaldo Ray is.
Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah,
it used to be on BET, behind the counter on BET Comic View. And I was about to. There was a comic. I ain't gonna say the comic's name. Yeah, I might though. I was gonna stomp him out. I'm gonna keep it real. He was, because if you know how a dude don't know you and starts talking smack to you, and you're like, I don't know you, so obviously, you about that life. And so comedy wise, I was like, I wasn't even thinking about my set no more. I was thinking about, I can't wait till after the show. And then Ronaldo Ray was like, listen, he was like, because Ronaldo Ray, like, look here, young blood. And he called me young blood. Look here, young blood. I'm out there. I'm arguing with this nigga for about an hour. And then I realized who the asshole was. And I walked away. And at first I didn't get it. I was like, wait a minute, he the asshole, right? Not realizing, nah, it's me. It's me for letting people get me that crazy. So I realized, and then after that, I was on super chill mode. And I knew eventually I was going to run into some dude that was going to bust me up anyway. Because as you get older, you go, yeah, man, I can't throw hands like I used to. So I just kind of, it was a combination of that. And also I started getting some bookings. Some clubs wouldn't book me because I was too edgy. And then I figured out how to play the bookings, the people I wanted to invite, to try to keep the people that I know that wouldn't bust the club up. I would invite them to certain shows, especially the Saturday early shows. So I knew that, because the later it get, the drunker they get, the wilder it get. So I did that.
Yeah.
I made sure I focused on that. I made sure I had my guest list specifically. I would invite couples more than I would single people, because couples usually will call another couple. Hey, we going to the comedy show. And then the comedy club starts seeing my audience grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they had to break bread with me. So I think that was one of the things that I focused on. But Ronaldo Ray was the first one to chill me. A couple other older school comics, John Witherspoon. You know who Witherspoon is?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Pops. He would tell me,
listen,
man. He would tell me, if you got a gig for $75, you got a gig for $50. You know why? Because you're gonna take $25 of that dollars and you're gonna put it away, because this is an up and down business and you never know what's gonna happen. So you got a gig for $100, you got a gig for $75. So I started doing that and putting money away, because I thought, what if something happens? What if I miss a gig and whatever? And it helped me to a point. But I had to still, when I first started, not for a long time, I was doing security, and in fact, me and this other dude, Ben, was doing security for this cat that was a pharmaceutical expert. That's a good way to put it. I think, yes. He sold pharmaceuticals under the counter. Now, I never was involved in that. I never, ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to pay me $300 to stand in front of VIP with a security shirt on, you damn right I'm going to do that. And I mean, he would give us cash, like right after we was done. Bam.
That's right.
He put 3 stacks in I'm like, oh.
Wow.
I didn't care what he did. Who cares?
Yeah, right.
And I would get the money.
That ain't your concern. Like you said, I don't know.
That ain't my concern. Yeah. So I would do that from 12 to around 3, go to sleep, get up, worked at a place for on the docks. I did, where we would take Purina puppy chow and we would put them on the plates and they put it on the boat. I did that. And then from 8 o'clock until 11, I would do comedy. So I would do comedy from 8 till 11. Change into the hoodie with the security, do that, check people's IDs and do that. But I also was part of a big crew. So I knew if something went down, I wasn't by myself. And I did that. And then I would do comedy. I kept doing it to the point where my comedy, I started getting more gigs than I needed to do that. Plus, dude got killed. The dude that we was working for got killed. They painted
Wow.
his apartment with his ass on New Year's Eve. And that was one of the things I said, maybe I don't want to be around this no more. How about that? I'm gonna stick with comedy. And that's when I was
maybe
sticking
I need
with
to disconnect.
Yes. So that's what I did. And
maybe it's safe for me to disconnect right now.
Right. So that's what I did, and it worked out, and start getting more and more gigs. But I don't have a manager. I don't have an agent. It's all me. But luckily, like a percentage of my gigs are people calling me, and a percentage of my gigs are me going after them. So hopefully, with this special coming out, I hope that it's more people calling me than me calling them. But it's working out. It's working out pretty good, and I'm getting some gigs. I'm getting some decent gigs. But the money's lower because of COVID, because they can't put a full house. They can't pack it out like they used to. So, but I'm gonna see how that go. And if not,
hopefully without.
Yeah. But business wise, I think that having older comics kind of school me a little bit. Also paying attention to social media. And then I would say the main thing was make sure your stand-up is on point every time. Like every show, I'm like, I don't care if there was 4 people in the audience, you getting a full blast show. I ain't playing. This is what's going down. You getting these jokes up in your grill. And I didn't care if it's 3 people or 2,000 people. I'm going full blast. So I got a rep after a while where they's like, this dude don't care. He gonna keep it 100 every single time. And so that helped me get a lot of bookings. Yep. You froze. It froze.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There it is.
Back. We good.
For a minute there, I was like, wait a minute, where'd he go?
For a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Real. So let me ask you this, man. How did it feel when you hit the TV? When you like that first time that you got that call to be on Def Comedy Jam or BT Comic View, like, going from that struggle, like you said, just grinding, but then that time that you felt like, man, I made it. Like, I made it to this point. Let me just keep going now. Do you remember that feeling?
No, yeah, I remember the feeling, but I wasn't excited at all. Not even a little bit. Not at all.
Oh, wow.
I was like, people were like, oh, it's on HBO.
What in the world?
Why not? I couldn't hear you. No, your phone. It paused for a second. Oh, I was, because I felt like nothing ain't nothing. Nothing ain't nothing until it's something. And so I could do a good job on the show. It could air and nobody feeling me. So I never get excited beforehand. I never get excited and now the money was good and it was right on time because my landlord was tired of my ass. My landlord was like, look, man, I get this whole jokey joke shit, but we need cash. And they wouldn't even take my checks no more. After a while, they're like, look, yeah, that's a piece of paper, bro, but that ain't the kind of paper we need. So, I wasn't excited about Def Jam. I wasn't excited about Comic View. And I was on Comic View a lot. The only thing I got excited a little bit would be recently with the special, the fact that, and I wasn't excited even releasing it when I got the response, when I saw there was a lot of people saying it was really funny. And I knew it was funny because I'm not one of those people that think, oh, I'm not funny. I know I'm funny. I just might not be your type of funny. Like religious people, they ain't gonna really rock with my jokes too much. They're a little too much for them. But, because they go, oh God, did he say the P-U-S-S-Y? And I'm like, I know what you're saying. Why are you spelling it? Did you just spell it? Are you serious, you grown ass person? So, and I understand that, But it was like, I think that I when I was able to have enough bookings where I was like, okay, I can pay my rent consistently, I can pay for my car. I didn't think I made it, but I thought, well, I'm making headway. When the special came out, wasn't excited at all. I wasn't excited at all until people started hitting me up. I started getting people inboxing me. First couple times I was on TV, people inboxed me, like family and friends, like, yo, that's dope. And people recognized me on the street, but it didn't change my pockets. It didn't make my pockets fatter. It just was like, it was a lot of like hood props. And like, they like, man, I can't believe that, man. You used to steal auto parts. And now look at you. Look at you. And so, we're older cats.
All on TV.
Yeah, you all on TV. I remember you stole from the GMC building. That was you, right? They caught you, but still, that was you. And now look at you, all grown up on television. I was like, and that was the dumbest thing I ever did. I took a bunch of M80s and I duct taped them together, and I blew the lock off a GMC building to try to get inside, and not realizing, oh, there's an alarm. So,
wow.
Yeah, it blew a hole in the door.
Like, come on, man.
This big. It blew a hole in the door. And I was like, ha, I'm in. And not realizing alarms can be silent. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, right. And that noise probably was an alarm by itself, right?
Yeah. So, but no, I mean, but comedy wise, business wise, and also I think that the reason I've been so independent is because I would get with people and they wouldn't get the stuff done I needed to get done. If I say, hey, this booker wants to book me, and I tell you, I shouldn't have to talk to you 3 weeks later and you ain't confirmed a gig. So I got tired of that. So I started doing it myself, and I haven't stopped since. And that was 17 years ago. So, yeah, I just said, I'm going to do it myself. I'm not waiting for some
people out of the pot. You know what I mean? It's keeping,
Yep. So, I mean, that was my main thing.
People out of your pocket. That's what I find with myself.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
But
So I met you in St. Louis. I met you in St. Louis when we was doing some stuff for Deaf. I know, right? Some stuff for Deaf Poetry Jam. How did you get on? How did you get on the Deaf Poetry Jam?
I used to do. There's cats out of Jersey. I used to really like do their Flow Mentals, and I used to like it because they had grimy hood poetry. Like it was called duct tape poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was grimy, and I liked the grimy. I like DMX type shit. I like that. And when I was younger, now I just want to listen to jazz and and eat some pineapple, sit and chill. Because I'm older now. But when I was younger, I was like, I was always about that rah-rah. I was always like, I like to go to after-hour joints where I knew there was going to be gunplay. But I'd be like, but these heifers is up in here, though. And so I used to just mess around and joke around and do it. But after a while, I took it serious. And then I did it on my first BT special. I closed out my special with a poem. And then, some of the poets were like, yo, you should get down with it. So when Deaf Poets happened, I was doing the warm-up. I was the warm-up comic, but some of the poets knew me and they knew I could spit. So I ended up getting on the show, and I was the voiceover for the show. I auditioned for the voiceover, like when you would hear next on HBO. Next on HBO Deaf Poets, Evolution. And I would, that was me. And if you see, this week on HBO Deaf Poets. Yeah, so I did that, and they liked it. And then one dude was like, he liked the way I read the copy. And so I did a bunch, and that got me other voiceover stuff. I did voiceovers for Chrysler LeBaron. I did voiceovers for Kaiser Permanente, stuff like that. And, but that's when I was involved with it. I wasn't heavy into poetry. And then I got heavy into it, but then I realized, it was more money in comedy. So I start messing with the comedy more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I did like the women at the poetry.
Any acting?
Yeah. It's cool. You did too. Stop it.
Any acting coming out of the gym?
Yeah.
Already. Any acting coming up or?
I'm shooting a movie called The Karen School of Defense. And it's basically white women teaching other white women how to use their Karen-ness. And I play the guy in the Central Park where I'm walking my dog and she's telling you can't walk the dog here. You know how white women try to get up in other people's business and then they get their block knocked off. So she does that to me. I wild out on her. But when the police come, I act like I'm the victim. Like, oh my God, I think she was going to rape me. She looks very rapey. And so I'm doing that. I got that coming up. And then another movie called The Guru. And, I do little independent ones that go to the film festivals. So I got those coming up. And I've guest starred on NCIS, CSI. I did a show called Heroes. I did the Jamie Foxx show, Zach and Cody for Disney. I've done some acting stuff, but primarily stand up. And I want to start doing more acting stuff because now for dramas, they take me a little bit more serious. They take me a little more serious now. It's pausing. That's why. Anybody watching, it's just that sometimes StreamYard pauses.
Yeah. It's very needed to be versatile.
Absolutely. But my main thing is,
I know it's very needed in this industry to be very versatile. So like you said, if you could combine all your talents with the stand up and the acting or, however you choose to do it. And like you said, it's just going to give you more exposure and bring more gigs, voiceovers.
Yeah. Voiceovers are just to give me that money to help me pay some bills and keep it moving. But, and I've done some goofy ones too. I've done stuff for The Lion King. I've done it for, believe it or not, The Lion King, Cartoon Network. I did it for a bunch of, back in the day, it was called Tower Records. And I would do, blazing the new hip hop and R&B here at Tower Records. So that was me. And, when DMX's first album came out, I did that one. I did the promos for that one, for DMX, believe it or not. And then I end up meeting him later and he was mad chill, and he was, like, yo, you tell jokes. Why you don't tell no jokes about me tonight, dog. And I was like, yo, man, hey, dude, I ain't gonna tell no jokes. I'm here with my crew. And but then he, and you can hear him. It was wild, man. He was in the back. I did a show in Florida at the Improv and he was there. And but off stage, I talked to him. He was mad cool, mad calm. And then I saw him again. You know how people, you think he's a big celebrity. He ain't gonna remember me. And he remembered me. He's like, yo, you the wild boy. I said, no, you wild. So, and then I talked to him. I met him like 3 times. 3 times he was mad cool. I did one show with him, and he didn't even know I was on the show. He didn't know I was on the show, but he was cool. He was cool to me. But he was, obviously he was a troubled cat. But I mean, he still went triple platinum in 1 year. So I ain't mad at it. So rest in peace and power. But what you do is you took the negative and you turned it into a positive. Basically what you did is, I like the fact that there's brothers out there that do that. And we kind of got to do that with, because honestly, and this is going to sound bad and this is behind the business, but this is the truth. A lot of times white folks, you got to be 4 times as good to get the same shit. And so you got to stay on point.
Yeah.
And I think that's why when I would roll up with a bunch of, Tim wearing hoodie cats, they didn't know how to take that. When I would do a black club, it was never a problem. But when I started doing mainstream clubs, they were like, oh my God, are they coming inside? I mean, Jesus. oh, they get all freaked out, you know. So is your friend Ice Pick? Is he going to stay for both shows? Because Ice Pick is, I don't know if I feel safe with Ice Pick here. And,
He's carrying
yeah.
out patrons. He's carrying.
Yes. And he thought it was funny. He would think it was funny. He thought it was funny. I'm like, dude, they're gonna fire me. Do you understand? They're gonna fire me. Yo, man, then tell them stop acting like bitches. Then I'm like, wait a minute, man. That's the owner. Don't call him a bitch. So it got real wild. And then
that's the guy that's paying me right now.
Right, yeah, that's the dude that cuts the checks, bro. And then I did a show up in Seattle, and a friend of mine came, and this idiot went behind the bar and started stealing the tall drink glasses. And it was like, and then they're like, they came to me like, so Shang, you're paying for those. I'm like, I ain't paying no $185 for no goddamn glasses. And then it got a little wild, and then we end up messing the bar up. But the point is, you got to stay focused on the business side of it, And that really happened. It was wild. Dude named Paradise booked us. Yeah. And I should have known a dude named Paradise. I shouldn't have trusted him. But nah, man, I think business-wise, I think also like today, I woke up late because I was up late. And then I literally got on the computer and was posting on my Facebooks, posting on Instagram. I made a graphic and a promo for my Instagram, which is up on my IG. Anybody that watches this later, just check it out. Go to my IG, which is @comedianshang. And also my website is iamshang.com. So, and I'm going to redo some of the stuff on my site. So I literally was working on that most of today. So, and then I got to go, work out and later, but I mean, that's it, man. I mean, business wise, you said it perfectly. If you think it's 40 hours, multiply that by 3, if you're going to be independent. And that's what I'm doing. But it seems to be working for me. I'm going to see what happened. And I think when I was younger, I was like, I didn't even think I was going to get this far. But now I'm a little bit more confident because I just thought there were so many good comics, so many funny comics. How could I possibly work with these people? And then I end up working with them, so you never know. And I really thought that I was going to
you came out in,
you paused.
I said, you came out in the area. There was a lot of competition at that time when you came out, huh?
Everybody and their mother. I didn't do Def Jam till the 3rd season. Everybody thought I did it the 1st season. I didn't do the 1st season. I did the 3rd season, and there was heavy hitters everywhere. Bernie Mac, Joe. Now they were ahead of me. They were already bigger. They were already named comics, but that's what you were shooting for. You were shooting for the comics at that level, and some of them I smoke. I mean, to this day, there's some comics that if they follow me, they know I'm a problem. There's going to be a you better bring your A game. I'm not playing. So I'm on some silverback gorilla shit. And and then there it is. And it dropped out. So I don't know where he went, but he'll pop back in. I hope so. Because we doing behind the business on his platform. But StreamYard sometimes drops out. So until he jumps back in, make sure you guys check me out on Amazon Prime. If you got Amazon Prime, make sure you check me out. The special is called Shang is Shangri 2021. 2021, very important because we got jacked by this horrible distribution company and put it up there, and it's not us. So make sure you check it out on Amazon Prime, and make sure you rate it and review it. Follow me on iamshang.com on my website, and also hit me up if you get a chance. Make sure you hit me up on the IG @ComedianShang. There he is. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Bam! There we go. That's the links.
Can you hear me, big bro?
I can hear you, man. I can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But
I put a link down at the bottom.
Yeah. On the scroll. I see it on the scroll. So I was gonna say anybody that's starting off in the business, focus on the audience and network more. I was horrible at networking and I still am. I'm working on it though. Network more, be around industry more. Cause I just thought a lot of them was like they're horrible people. Like people don't realize people behind the scenes, some people they cool, they straight up, and other people you want to push them down the up escalators. You really do. You just want to smack them. And I just thought, I don't know if I could deal with these dudes on a regular because I know I'm gonna do something stupid or say something stupid. So it's been harder for me to network, you know. So, but I'm better at it now. But before I'd be like, I'd be sitting there looking at them like, really? You know, you gonna act like that? Or cats that would be thought it was funny to go after other people's wives, which I mean, I think that's corny. Get your own woman. What you doing? But they play that game in Hollywood where it's like they call the other dude's wife's club. And they try to get at other people's wives because they know they got more money than that person or whatever. And that where I'm from, that's sucker shit. Yeah, that's sucker shit to me. So it was hard for me to be around some people business wise because that's how they navigate it. But then I realized that ain't my business. Let me just separate it. Let me get the bag. Give me the money. You know, I ain't got to kick it with you and snort cocaine off a dead hooker's stomach. You know, I got to do my job. And business wise, when I learned that helped me out a lot too. Yeah. But that was a long time ago because I couldn't separate it. When you meet somebody, you think, this is a big producer. Then you realize he's a bitch. Like this behind the business, probably one of the more raw ones. Yeah. They're like, wait a minute, really?
Yeah, no. That's why. Yeah, no, people don't know. You know what I mean? Like you said, people.
You went in and out. I can't hear you. So, yeah. Okay, he gonna jump back on. Social media is a mug. You know the online thinking.
Might be coming back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I was saying, like I remember, I was telling somebody, I said, man, it's really real when you talk about business, paying people, and then I pay $5,000 and end up with $5 myself. You know what I mean? After you paid everybody else out, right? And it's people don't really understand. I said, my next lifetime, man, shit, I'm gonna go work at the home, like so it's a lot of stress that come with it. It's a lot of anxiety come with this business, So. I wanted to make a platform that we could really talk about it so people have a real idea of what they're really getting into. They think it's just glitz and glamour all the time. Oh, we hanging out, we doing the parties, we just having a ball, but they don't know this shit is real life.
Oh yeah, no, my ex, I tried to explain that to my ex. My ex didn't get that. She saw me. First off, she met me in a comedy club. I don't know what she thought I was going to be after that. And then secondly, she didn't realize the work of it. She just saw the red carpet and you get to go on trips and do shows and it's nice. It's nice. And didn't know all the work was in. And then realized that there will be times where I'm not home. I'm gone and I'm not out trying to corn dog no women. I'm out there doing the business at hand. So you got to get with at least I believe relationship wise, industry wise, you got to get with a woman that understands that you're going to be gone sometime. You're going to be out. Like with comedy, if you're doing 3 shows a night, you ain't getting done until 2 a.m. So, you know, you ain't out chasing tail. You out there chasing, you know, chasing the bag. So, and I was never that type of dude anyway. I was like, I want the bag. I'm trying to get the money. I'm trying to do this show. I'm trying to get to the next level. And so it's difficult. So you got to have somebody that understands this is how this rocks. So that's another thing business wise that I haven't figured out yet. But, you know, I think that they don't know the work it takes or the hours and hours of promotions or not the stage. On stage, you're on stage for an hour and a half tops. And that's a long set. Usually it's an hour for 45 minutes. So I think a lot of people don't get that part. And also putting together words to make strangers laugh and like you. People don't realize that. Like if you're a band, if you play a decent drum, people can still dance to it. If you do a joke that don't work, that ain't everybody knows. Because you know why? Because everybody's staring at you like you need to go back to doing security. What was you doing? Yeah, so you know, I mean, that's what the main thing for me was, you know, balancing both. And I got it down now, but it took me 22 years. I'm bad. I mean, don't go by me, go by other people. Oh, he jumping back on. It happens. I've done interviews where this happens with a little circle thingy. Do-do-do-do-do. There you go.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man, this is crazy, man. I apologize.
Nah, man, it's
Okay.
StreamYard. I do a
But
show.
listen, we got 8 minutes left, man. So all right.
I can't hear you.
Right. So one last question for you. How is your creative process?
When I'm writing jokes,
jokes and stuff, what is your creative process like? Where do you get your inspiration and stuff?
lots of marijuana. No, I don't smoke, but I do. I'll write premises down or the idea down, and then I flesh it out on stage. Like I was just writing about gun control and how we shouldn't have women buy guns when they're on their period. Because you give a woman a gun on their period, chances are you might get a bullet in your ass. So I thought that about gun control. So the first thing I thought was, I know how some women are testy when they on their period. And I would think joke wise, well, that probably is not the best time for them to buy a gun. And then I would go from there and build the joke out. So now I got I got the punchline, the joke, the punchline. And then I just wrote some stuff on how to get cops to not shoot black men. And so I wrote some stuff about that. So, I mean, I start with whatever the topic is. And then I think, how crazy can I make it sound? That's what I do. Can you hear me? StreamYard. Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, this thing is acting crazy. Hey, StreamYard. There we go again. It dropped out, but it happens. I'm on Behind the Business with Sean Ingram, speaker, activist. God, there we are. Can you hear me?
I know, right? Look, you know the crazy thing about it, right? Yeah, I hear you. I'm still watching it on my Facebook Live, right? And it never drops out on Facebook Live, though. It keeps on. So that's a good thing. You holding me down, big bro. I appreciate you, man.
I was like, hey, but I was like, I was going to give you credits. Sean Ingram is an activist. He's a speaker. He's the philanthropist. I can't even say the word, therampist. A therampist is actually used to be a dinosaur back in the day. The therampist came out the woods and ate the wolf. But no, I know. I do a show with me and Black Pedro called Savage AF, and we use StreamYard. And sometimes we'd be like robots, like So I know how that is. I know how that is for sure.
Wow.
Yep.
No doubt, man. Look, man, I just want to say I appreciate you, man, coming on with me tonight. I'm asking everybody that really rock with me tonight at 9 o'clock. Like, we ain't even gonna do it virtually. We're just gonna end like in synchrony. 9 o'clock, Amazon Prime. Shang gets Shangry. You know what I mean? If you can't just find it straight up, type it in. We put a link down here. I put the link in this post. So make sure that you 9 o'clock at night. Like I need 1,000, 2,000. Watch Shang Get Shanger Amazon Prime tonight. My man said you trying to get 1 million. Like, yo, we want to get 1 million views. Get that 1 million. So let everybody that you know. Yeah, let everybody know.
And make sure you watch it. But there's 2 of them up. There's one that has a white background. Do not watch that one. That's the one we got to fight. The bootleg one. Watch, which of all things I got to deal with. I'm like, wow. It's got a red background, and you'll see it got a bunch of reviews and a bunch of stuff. The other one's barely watched. So, and you don't have to pay for it if you have Amazon Prime. If you have to pay for it, then that means it's the other one. So don't do that. Make sure you watch it. And you can go to my IG at Comedian Shang, and all the information is there, or on my website, which is iamshang.com, and you can check it out. And that's how we do. 9 o'clock, 3 million of y'all. I don't even know if this is a word. 3 grillion, which is not a number. Grillion ain't a number. But yeah, there you go. It went out, then it went back in. But yes, I need 3 grillion. I need 1 grillion people to watch my special on Amazon Prime. And also very important, rate it and review it. Rate it. Review it. If you can't do it on the TV, do it on your phone. But I need that. I need those. I need a grillion of those. That ain't a word, but it's a word now because all words are made up. So God damn it, I need a grillion. So make sure you watch it, laugh. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. There it is. There it is. That's all the information. Make sure you watch it. Share, review, watch now. Bam. Amazon Prime. Make sure y'all check it out. Sip it away. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, I don't know what happened. You there?
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I said, out of in that special, what's your favorite joke?
The nigga net. that's a raw one, but that one, and I would say that one and the Amsterdam. Talk about Amsterdam. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Oh,
that
yeah,
joke,
yeah, yeah.
80% of it's true. I had to make some of it goofy, but the other part's true.
Yeah.
I
Oh, wow.
put it this way: I had a good time in Amsterdam.
I like the Waco, Texas joint too.
Oh yeah, God damn it, down there in Waco, Texas, you look here, you yellow fella. Yeah, so make sure y'all check it out. There's a lot of funny stuff on it, and hopefully you'll like it. And if you don't like it, I hope you get syphilis. How about that? No, that's the worst advertising ever. Be like, yeah, if you don't laugh at my shit, I hope that you get kicked by a horse in the face. Like, people are like, what? I don't know if I want to watch it now. Well, yeah, you know what it is.
I know, right?
That'd be a weird advertisement. Like, yeah, if you don't laugh at my stuff,
No doubt,
I hope that your
man.
whole family get kicked in the face by a horse. Please enjoy my show. Like they're like, I don't know if I want to watch it now. But no, make sure you watch it. It's a funny special. You'll have a good time. Y'all will have a good time. Tell your friends, and your family, and all of that. All right. It went in and out a few times, but it's cool. That's StreamYard for you.
No doubt, man. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in Behind the Business with my brother, Shang Forbes.
Can you hear me?
It is what it is. You know what I mean? I think it's staying strong online, though. So, you know, because even when I was fading out, I was still watching you online. So, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So hopefully y'all get a chance to check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it just goes in and out. But no, but thank you for having me on the show. And anybody out there, make sure y'all sign up on my website, iamshang.com. Make sure you hit me up on the IG, and I appreciate y'all. Number one thing in my life, because I've had a kind of a rough one, is gratitude, because I ain't supposed to be here. So I appreciate you.
No doubt, no doubt.
There's a little bit of
look, man. Appreciate y'all. God bless, and we'll check y'all out next Sunday. Yeah,
all right, cool.
Well, I'm just telling everybody I appreciate them, man, and I'm gonna hit you up, bro. Talk to you soon, family.
All right, man. All right, peace.
Good night, everybody. See y'all next Sunday at 6 o'clock for my next guest on Behind the Business. I'll let you know who it is. I know you want to know, but I'll let you know who it is.